Bounce, bounce.
Musta tuntuu, että I think we are recording. It's been so long we did this the last time, so I'm not 100%
we
sure.
don't remember anything anymore. Looks okay, right?
Looks alright. Sound check one more time.
Hello!
Okay,
Hello from the other side!
Okay, it works. So,
great.
People from YouTube, you were privileged to hear that.
Oh my.
We're gonna start our
Very
episode.
sorry about that.
Yeah. Welcome people from all around to listen our extra episode of
Summer special.
Special.
Yeah.
You might not know from our views from the window that it's summer, but if you're listening only audio, that's fine. Let's just say that it's nice weather.
Yeah, sure. Very nice weather here in Finland right now. And although it's a summer special, it might not be that fun and light topic.
It's not fun and light topic. It's actually a topic that we were thinking already way back when all of this started with coronavirus, that probably we should cover this in our episode, but we decided not to because everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, and it was all over. So we felt it was better to just skip it.
Yeah, but Tribe has spoken now. We have asked and you have voted. Some people said, hell no, we don't want to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
So probably you guys are not listening in that point. But
see you next time.
Yeah, but yeah, this is our extra episode before our season 2, which is still in a question mark. What will be in that season? However, today we are talking about coronavirus and what coronavirus and should I be speaking of coronavirus or COVID-19?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna say coronavirus.
Yeah, I'm not too smart of talking about
exactly.
COVID-19. So,
yeah. And bear in mind, we're not professional about this. We don't know any more than you do. So this is just we said, we have to study for this one. Did we study?
We didn't.
No.
We didn't. We are just average, your friendly neighborhood front desk clerk, just like yourself, who is not preparing in before and
exactly.
was not too good in school.
Yeah.
Can I say that? I wasn't too good in school, so maybe I just I just characterized myself as others. But hopefully you like. Anyways, what are we going to speak? Let's just hit the jingle number 1 and let's get this going. By the way, we have to make Corona jingles.
Corona. Woo!
Yeah.
That was one. Okay.
So, what should we start with?
Well, this is very difficult as well because we are in Finland. It has been pretty calm during the whole pandemic times.
I think
like April and May was then we were most of the hospitality people were laid off and it was pretty quiet at the streets. But now people are pretty much living as normal and we are just waiting for the second wave to hit. But then again, during like these times in another country, there might be a bit more dramatic times.
Yeah, for example, Finland has never had any kind of rule that you should wear a mask outside or wear a mask inside either.
Yeah.
So it's more or less it has looked to be normal, even though it's being more quiet, of course, and places were shut down. But of course, restaurants had a minor setback. Someone might strangle me saying minor, but I'm just saying that most of the restaurants were still doing good, especially in the capital area, because of they could sell takeaway.
Yeah.
So that was good. So for that reason, it would have probably been all right to have some guests from all around to tell what was the situation they encountered. But let's just assume that a lot of hotels were shut down, a lot of people were laid off, and there's impacts now. So if you're listening, I don't know when you're gonna listen, but now that we record it, it's end of July.
Yep.
2020. And most hotels, I would want to say, are already back opening back and.
But I actually saw one of our followers had been laid off, and then went back to work and got laid off again.
Well, yeah, that might happen.
Yeah, so I think maybe in the US some of the hotels are still closed, and I actually read on Hospitality Net that some of the hotels are planning to open in October or
Yeah.
then
Okay.
sooner or later.
It's-
So we
I've-
really don't know.
I've lost
Depending
my
on the
sense
state
on
as well. And
following this whole situation. I really don't know what's happening in the world everywhere. So
yeah, but we are kind of trying to talk about how this has affected the hospitality industry.
yes, and how it has
In
affected
hotels.
hotels that have actually opened now. So
Yep.
so what is new? Or I will not talk about new normal because I hate that word. But anyways, like there are certain measures that are taken now because of corona,
Yep.
such as probably hand sanitizer is available
Everywhere.
in the lobby and
Yeah.
everywhere. There are hotel staff wearing masks. I haven't actually seen that in Finland, to be honest.
Me neither. No.
There was some stores that there was
But I
employees
think
with masks.
some hotels here in Finland as well had like this plastic shield.
Was there
the-
plastic shield?
Yeah.
I'll
I
put your
think so.
microphone a little bit louder.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah. So I think in Finland they use more of these shields than the face masks.
Yeah.
What I've seen, also in grocery stores and stuff. So
Yeah. How effective is the mask? The shield? I don't know. The shield is not.
seems
that
like nobody
big,
knows.
so,
Yeah.
that's interesting. However, so there's those desk glass shields that exist in front desk somewhere as well. It feels a little. Some hotels also the employees wear gloves.
Yeah.
So they wear masks, gloves, and there's sanitizer everywhere. It kind of probably looks like more of a that we used to see in hospitals.
Yeah.
I guess. So hospital and hospitality are getting more close to each other.
Indeed, fun. I'm wondering if you have the plastic or glass shield or whatever it is, and you're at the front desk working and you need to get their IDs. Do you touch the ID or do they like put it
in the glass?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Is it easier to use fake IDs then? Is that what you're
True.
saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
This I do not know. This is a fun episode because I don't know
Yeah, we have
anything.
no idea what we're doing.
But
Should we like do in topics? So maybe about the housekeeping, cleaning and stuff, and also
sure.
yeah,
Is there anything good in that game with coronavirus?
good.
Yeah.
Well, of course it's nice that it's cleaner, but I was thinking, I saw an article that the hotels shouldn't say that they are now very clean because that should be a standard always. So now you should say that it's disinfected or safe to be
Okay.
our
Yeah,
guest.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. And you had a friend working in the US who said that nowadays you don't really have the stayover cleaning, that the checkout cleaning is the only thing. But if you want the stayover cleaning, that seems to be okay
Yeah, you can
if you
opt
wish
in
for it.
to get the stayover cleaning.
Yeah. But
I
then,
think that's a good thing. That's also, I believe, environmentally that we covered in sustainability episode. That it's good not to have the cleaning every day,
exactly.
like sheet change and everything. It's I believe it's budget wise also good for a hotel.
Yeah.
They can save in cleaning costs
And I think people are fine with it.
or labor cost in that case, not cleaning cost necessarily. I don't know. Yes, everybody should be fine with it.
Yeah.
If you have adjusted yourself for sheets to be changed every day or every other day, then good for you. You have a nice life probably, but I don't need it personally, and I don't expect anyone else to need it.
Yeah. But then I saw that a lot of hotels are using like these mists, so it kind of sanitizes the air as well.
Sanitizing mist.
Yeah, and I have never seen these. I don't know.
It's like
But the virus is okay. Now I'm
now you
trying
dig yourself deeper in a hole.
Yeah, but it's like you get it through the air. So this might be a good thing, but I don't know.
Do you get it through the air? Or
I don't know.
I know it's okay. That was an
Let's
interesting
keep this.
statement. But anyways, I haven't seen again in Finland. I haven't seen any kind of misting. I've seen it in the news somewhere that there was someone like completely covered, protected like in nuclear plant and just misting stuff.
Yeah.
All right, that might be cool,
Mm.
but it's really, I think it sounds like a hoax, not hoax, but something that, okay, it looks like, hey, they're doing heavy cleaning, but does that really do the heavy cleaning? I don't know.
I was thinking about the remote control. That's always a pretty dirty thing in the hotel room. Now they probably sanitize it, but they probably do it pretty quickly. So
Yeah.
does it really work?
There's also something called copper layers that you put on, for example, on stores. Why not on the front desk where you have the card payment, whatever is that machine
Device.
where you have to put your PIN code, because those
Yeah.
buttons also
Yeah.
has to be then sanitized. They put some kind of a layer of copper, because copper is not is like killing the bacteria or whatsoever.
Huh? What?
I don't know. That's again something that
Yeah, I was
now,
thinking that
when
they
I'm
have.
talking it out loud, I should have read this,
Yeah.
but I did not.
I was thinking that they always have like a plastic layer and then they just wipe it off and then next plastic layer, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, sustainability,
Yeah,
not good.
That takes a big hit in
Yeah.
that case.
Yeah.
So,
So then that's not
plus
maybe-
minus zero.
Yeah, exactly. Then you're probably using plastic gloves, face masks, you throw
Yeah.
them away. Oh no.
Yeah, sounds like a hassle.
Yeah, indeed.
However, there's been companies who are figuring out that that's good for their business. For example, companies who do like personalized gifts, so they can sell personalized hand sanitizers and wipes to be guest amenities. So it's I don't know, it's nice because hand sanitizer also, I believe, increased in value. So
Yeah.
when everybody was buying it, just like in Finland, there was this ridiculous thing when Corona started to affect. There was this ridiculous thing, people buying like tons of toilet paper,
Yep.
and it was gone from everywhere. Now it's backed
It
up in
looked like
everywhere.
like the end of the world.
Yeah, really. So hand
arriving.
sanitizer was the same thing, that you couldn't get it easily from somewhere. It ended from a lot of places out of stock.
Yep.
And for example, my local restaurant where I ordered some food as a takeaway, when I got my food, they gave a hand sanitizer to go.
That's very nice.
That was very nice. So
Yeah.
I believe that kind of amenities is nice to have nowadays. Why not?
Yeah. And then, for example, here in Finland, there's this Kuro distillery that
Yeah.
makes, for example, the world's best gin.
Yeah.
So they started to make hand sanitizers instead now during the pandemic. And
Yeah.
I don't know,
drink
this might,
it.
yep. And I don't know, maybe this is a nice thing that we are together in this.
Well, that is one thing that probably we should talk about.
Yeah.
Has coronavirus made people realize that they should buy more locally, and to think more of communal mindset on your hometown,
I think
for
so,
example.
yeah. The support your local hashtag was pretty big, but I
That
don't
was
know,
pretty big.
maybe not anymore. It was like during the worst months, and now
Yeah.
people are like, okay, whatever.
Are people like whatever? We don't know.
We don't know. Nope. But then, for example, okay, now I'm skipping a bit from the cleaning topic, but now the hotels are a bit like rebranding themselves. So just like this, we are in this together, family, home-like brand, just to get more of the staycation guests, because you can't really
Alright.
travel anywhere. The borders are closed. No,
Yeah.
now we're opening more of the borders, but yeah, like, so now we want people to travel within their own city or own country. And here in Finland, actually, most of the summer cottages that you can rent was just like, you couldn't really find anything during the
that's
whole
true.
summer.
Also, like RVs, caravan
Yeah,
trucks, they were also not sold out, but increased a lot. And
Yep.
you could see them everywhere, and also those trailer parks that you can park those were full. So that's been a good thing. I believe that should be the same case in all countries, that people are having their holidays. They don't know where to go. Even if they could go, they probably don't want to take the risk, so they travel locally. Is that enough? Not for everybody,
no,
let's say.
yeah,
I'm also kind of skipping a little, but I read this article from Bloomberg
Mm-hmm.
that Bali hotels go on sale for cheap with virus hammering tourism. So just to say that tourism in Bali accounts for more than 60% of the island's economy. And I know for sure that we have actually fans who live in Bali. They could probably tell more about this.
Yeah.
But saying that hotels that they lost tourism, obviously there's big hotels which can survive even though loss of tourism, and probably they can get the tourism or anybody who is going there anyways, somehow they can get those customers. But then smaller operators, they must survive, and if they don't get any money, they might need to put their hotel on sale. And I think I would like to believe that that's also a global thing, that there are properties sold more. Also, I believe like people who have their house for Airbnb, and they've noticed that now they don't have any income from there.
So they rent it
either
out
rent it out or
yeah.
they might even sell it.
Yep.
So, but it's not necessarily cheap. In this article, there was a couple of hotels mentioned, but for example, this Balangan Wave, it's a resort of 50 villas.
Okay.
It's under construction apparently still. Asking price for it when it was put on sale was $17 million, but it dropped in May to $9 million.
Whoa!
So almost half the price you could get that. So
okay, that's
for
sick.
investors who have that money, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Of course, in beliefs of getting our normal back and getting the tourism back to Bali. So that has affected there as well. Is that a good thing, bad thing? I don't know.
I don't know, but I was thinking that like a resort of villas might be a good thing, because it might be that in the future people might be still scared of this and not wanting to be in crowded places and so on. So instead of going into a hotel, you might go into like this resort of villas.
Sure.
Maybe.
Sure. Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
you don't have a kind of
my own
lobby
theory.
and elevator
Yeah.
where you go with other people. Like elevator buttons are probably something, if there is no, that dude standing in the elevator 8 hours a day who
Every
actually
other
wipes
second.
it as well,
Yep.
then those buttons are something that people are going to press. Should there be some kind of, if some big corporation has their hotel app, it would be very cool to have smart elevators that you can just control everything your phone.
Yeah, and then we talked about in the technology episode about the hotel that have the face recognition. So now they are happy.
Yeah, they are happy. The people who are selling that kind of technology and solutions, they should be doing good, because for sure there are hotels who want to stand out on their processes of remaining kind of safe when things like this happen. Not to say that things like this would happen too often and that you should completely focus on how to deal with catastrophes like this. But a company who make it very easy that you don't have to see other people, you don't have to be in contact, you can check in, you can get into your room, and the room is clean.
Yeah.
And that you can feel safe over there, safe enough to stay there 14 days quarantine period and get everything ordered over there, delivered behind your door. That's, I believe, a good thing.
Yeah, and now like the self-check-in is very important, and not the ones that you see a screen and then you go and touch there. So instead of that, now hotels should work on the application or like a self-check-in through the mobile, and then you get like a mobile key. That would be great. But then probably if you want to develop these kinds of things right now, things take time.
Yeah.
So, and now when some of the people are laid off, it's still even slower than usually. So
That's
it's a
true.
battle.
I was thinking that too, that if someone decides to go for self-checking kiosks, is that really better or worse if everybody's pushing the same buttons, or if it's a screen, everybody's playing with the same screen?
Yeah.
Instead of that, there would be a person who wears gloves and wears a mask, and there's a shield like in between them who says like, all right, this is your room key, and makes the room key and sanitizes the room key and like take it from there, no touching.
Exactly. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I think that is better and more cost efficient in that case. But if it is an app, then that would be the best, I guess.
Yeah, and then you can also maybe order stuff from the room with your phone instead of coming back to the lobby and talk to the front desk person. Okay, you can call them.
Yeah.
That's a old school thing, but also it would be nice with the application.
Yeah. Also, I believe concierge services, we have a couple of concierges who are at least following us on Instagram. Have no idea if they listen to our episodes or not. But if you do, we would like to know how your job has changed. Probably you are the concierge, on-call concierge, let's say.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the back office giving concierge service either through chat or phone or video call. That's pretty cool, probably, what you're doing. And how that will change. Because, to be honest, concierge services... quite an old school thing that you would be just on your concierge desk and people can come to ask you for information. And I guess it's nice, but anyways, that has to develop as well into somewhere modern,
high tech stuff.
I wouldn't be even mad if I would have a local hotel over here in Helsinki that I would hire someone who is local concierge, for example, and I would buy a package that, make all of these as video clips. And then I could put, for example, tablet, or if I would have an app, I would upload them to a cloud and people could get the recommendations, same recommendations, because after all, they are the same recommendations, I believe, that same restaurants where to go and so on. Of course, then there's these times that, that restaurant is not open or so on. There's a lot of variables, but I believe that could be...
you have to be like on...
Okay, you have to be, I don't know...
aware like how the situation is
of the relevant
changing.
situation, and what has closed down and so on. It's also, I guess, some restaurants, they open and they close, and they appear like mushrooms in the rain. We have a Finnish saying about that. So they just pop up and then they go.
Yeah.
Very seasonally.
Very good.
I guess.
You're really a fan of the videos.
Yeah, of course. Videos are great. All right.
Then I also actually read, also on Hospitality Net. I have to say, I've never read any articles on Hospitality Net. I don't know why. Now I found it, and there's a lot. So if you want to read anything about hospitality, check Hospitality Net.
Okay, I guess that's our sponsor for this episode.
Exactly. So there was, I was reading about the coronavirus, how it has affected the hotels in the US. So there was the general manager, Kevin Waldstein, from a hotel in Miami called Gale South Beach, who said that we also have to have like confidence when we have the guests over. So confidence that, they have to be reassuring that the cleaning has actually happened. And they have this thing that they actually, after the cleaning and sanitizing and stuff, before the guest arrives, they put like this tape on the door. So you really feel like, after the cleaning, no one has been in my room. So that's one.
That is one, even though it's also kind of like, the tape that police puts on a door when it's a crime scene. So.
Indeed. But it didn't look, I actually saw one other picture here.
Yeah.
I'm showing this to Jonas.
That's
fine. It looks a bit like a crime scene, but not that bad. It's not like over the whole door. It's just close to the handle.
Sealed for your safety.
Yep. And then he also told about all the signs. So that's good. Like, I understand that you're branding yourself, for example, rebranding this staycation type.
Yeah.
But then it has to also be visible, I think, in the hotel. So like if you feel symptoms, take contact here, and it has to be like enough information about this so it feels like, so they really know what they are doing when they do have the hotel open. And then you as a front desk agent should also be very confident when you speak with them. And if they have any questions about the coronavirus, you should know something. And I think this is, I think the most important thing is that if they say, hey, I have symptoms, hopefully they call you then you should know where they should go.
Exactly. Actually, I want to talk about this as well. But yeah, that is true.
Wow.
But
But
again, videos. If you said confidence that the guest should know that it's been sanitized the room. What about this kind of idea that when it's clean, when it's sanitized, and there is probably a housekeeping personnel and maybe some kind of manager inspecting and supervising, then there will be video. Hey, Amanda, this is your room being cleaned. Welcome to the sanitized hotel. We're gonna seal this. You're gonna see this tape. Obviously you could use that video for everybody and kind of fool them because that's only the audio. Of course, the person would be wearing a mask. So when you're like, "Hey, Amanda," there would be a guy in the back office making videos. So is this video
when you check into your room?
No, just when you're arriving. It's like, hey, your arrival is getting closer.
Yeah.
That's just a stupid idea I got.
Pretty fun.
If you can open the link that I sent, so I will
there
go
you
through
go.
Because about this kind of the same topic, there is an article from travelandleisure.com, which and the article,
our second sponsor of the day.
We don't have any sponsors, so if these people
this is a
mad,
joke. So
yeah, these are jokes. So then it's 10 tips for staying safe in a hotel this summer.
Oh, please tell.
Well, basically, we are looking now on the communication side, the communication that someone might actually, as a traveler, might read, and then it's fun to read it as a kind of from the other side. So this is good that it's communicated to the traveler. So traveler acknowledges this. So obviously, as a hotel employee, should acknowledge these things as well. That okay, this is probably something that travelers expect.
Yep.
I will not read the whole thing through because it's quite
a
lot, and I'm not that good of a reader. But when
every episode, same things.
Yeah,
same sentences.
Yeah, exactly. But well, number one, pick your destination wisely. That's enough said. I guess that it's literally saying that if there's a lot of corona cases, don't go there. So that's pretty self-obvious. That's very number one. And about that, there was actually another article on BBC's website, Where Can I Go on Holiday? A guide to destinations, but that was a flop because it was first one was saying Spain, that okay, Spain has now opened borders and they have their new normal phase. And I believe in Catalonia at least it got just worse when people went there, and it kind of hit the second wave, I believe, like
pretty quickly.
Thousands of cases in a day, and so
don't go there.
Don't go there. And there was France saying that this article was done for people in UK. It was saying that, hey, when you go there, do you have to be in quarantine? When you come back to UK, do you have to be in quarantine? So I'm not actually covering that, but I'm just kind of summarizing that up, that wherever you go, there's a risk. So
that's true.
When you pick your destination wisely, I guess it's good to take a look at the numbers and so on. Maybe the front desk personnel or hotel employees in general should be aware of how many cases there are approximately, or how serious is the situation, and that then goes to the higher management of the hotel, that they should make sure that all the employees are aware of the same things. Someone should make a report or something. It's not, these things are not something
even like a weekly report. That would be pretty nice. I think that would be like reassuring for you as well as a front desk agent.
And you would be a good leader in that point in these tough times.
Indeed, plus points.
Second, before booking a stay, research the hotel's plan to protect guests and staff. So basically, what are the measures? What is it if I'm traveling to a hotel or destination and staying in a hotel? How do they make sure, what are they doing so that I'm not getting there and getting infected right away? So that's good, but that's what we were already talking about, all the masks and everything. And then this third thing, find out what the hotel's plans are for guests who fall ill during their stay. And this is very interesting. Like, okay, let's say that I book 2 nights somewhere. And I go there, and after one night I said that, hey, now I had to go for a corona test because I think I'm sick. So what happens? Would it be better?
Do we put like a spacesuit on you and then try to get you through the back door? What?
What is it? And if I go somewhere and go to a test, or should it be better that someone would come there to make the test on me, and will the hotel say that, hey, okay, no problem, just cha-ching, 2 weeks for you to be in here at least. So is this a hospital bed right now, and how much will that cost, and who will pay, and will the hotel be even like coming something to compensate from it, or if it would be like, okay, now the hotel will compensate, then after I've told my friends would go there and they would say, I'm sick, give me 2 weeks free.
Yeah.
So that's
ouch.
Weird situation. However, yeah.
Well, maybe you have to have a document where it says you got positive from the corona test.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
These are probably, one by one cases. Each hotel has different plans or measures. Some hotels probably don't have any.
Yeah.
And if I think some people, most front desk people who answer phone calls, they get weird phone calls, and many phone calls might be that, hey, okay, I come there. If I get sick, what do you do? And it might be tough if nobody has told you.
Yeah, then you're like, no.
You're like, well, then you get the out of here. So that's not our problem then. Okay, then that's like, okay, no guests for you.
Exactly.
Well, then number 4, wear a mask and stay at least 6 feet away from others. That's all right when you go and you have mask on, you feel like maybe you're safer.
But that's pretty difficult. Just thinking like people who are traveling abroad that you have to take, like you're going to the airport and you're sitting in the plane.
Yeah.
And like I have seen like pictures from the airport, and it seems like there's a lot of people already traveling. So that's pretty difficult with the social distancing.
It is. And also, if you have some kind of problem, let's say you have a self-checking kiosk over there and not everything goes fine with it, then someone needs to come and help you. Or let's say that there's just one elevator and you're in the elevator and someone just decides to come with you because they don't care about that.
But then you say, no.
How can you be sure? You're then trapped in an elevator. How are you going to be? Well, it's very difficult. That's difficult. But then if you're wearing a mask, I'm not even maybe breathing. I'm like, like, nope, not doing this. Anyways, number 5. Okay, I'm going back to number 4 again. If you have happened these times, it's very difficult. The idea, if someone sneezes or coughs, really, it's funny how it's like,
people are like running away.
Yeah, they're like, or then I made a world record on holding my breath. Because
but I'm actually also my reaction when I see someone with a face mask here in Finland, because there's not many people who wear face mask. For example, in the grocery store. So if someone is using a face mask, then I'm like, not going close to that one.
Yeah, but that's been the whole thing, I guess. We've seen actually Asian people, I believe in China especially, they've had this very nice habit of wearing masks if you're sick, for example.
Yeah, and in Switzerland they have to use, like in all the local transports, they have to use a face mask.
So already before Corona or anything, we've seen Asian travelers over here who wear masks, and everybody is looking like, what, are you crazy?
Yeah.
So that's been actually a very good thing that they've done, and nobody has appreciated that much until now.
But look at us now,
Look at us now. They win. But anyways, ask for a room that has not been occupied for a few days. That's very difficult request. I'm not sure how all property management systems are working. We actually asked on one of our Instagram posts on what hotel operations or property management system you're using, and there was a lot of different ones. Some that I
have never heard of.
So I cannot say how they work, but they might work on different, very typical logic that, you have, let's just say very easy. You have room 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are all in the same category. So when you get booking, it automatically throws it to 1. And if there is booking on 1, it throws it to 2, and so on. So it's very common that, okay, this one room is way more used than these other ones. Then, that's stupid, obviously. That's a stupid logic, but that's a common logic I've noticed. because then after, let's say, 10 years, that one room is very much worn out, where that room number 5 is actually in a very good condition.
True.
So it should be randomized or somehow balanced, but then...
But probably it's easier now to like change the reservations to different rooms because the occupancy rate is pretty much lower than usual. So now it's easier, but the request is very difficult.
It's difficult, especially, it might be that, okay, we have sanitized this room for you, and you're like, well, was there someone yesterday? You're like, yes, okay, I want another room. Okay, but those hasn't been like sanitized recently, for example.
Think about the guests who are like, they're checking in, going to the room, and coming back, I don't like it. And then you're like, okay, because now it's not that easy to just switch rooms.
Exactly.
I didn't even think about this.
Me neither, but thanks you brought that up. That's just one more nightmare in this.
Yeah.
In this.
Yay!
Because that is very common.
Because it was so easy before.
It was so easy before. But anyways, that said, 6, sanitize your room upon arrival. So basically, if you want to stay safe, you then go there before you take your gear off. You sanitize with your own sanitizer, for example, with that the hotel provides you, and wipes. You can then go and your remote. It's not that it wouldn't be done, but just for you to get your peace of mind.
Yeah,
I think that's a good thing. And if someone is like, this is a hotel,
what would you sanitize if you would?
What would I sanitize? Probably the remote control, door handles.
Door handles, indeed.
I don't know what else.
But then there's, for example,
water taps.
Yeah, then there's, for example, the blanket that's always on top of the bed. That's always
or the
very
blanket
dirty.
That's never
Maybe
washed.
They have skipped. Yeah, exactly. That one. Maybe there's no.
I would burn it in the trash can.
Yeah. I don't know if they use it anymore. Would be much better to not use it now.
So-called throw blankets. I don't know. Yeah, those are nasty.
Yeah.
Really.
Just away. Skip.
How do you even sanitize that?
Yeah.
You just take those welcome sanitizer bottles.
But then the dirty stuff is on your sheet.
And you just soak it. Yeah. I don't know. But it also actually says here that, this I can read. Although hotels should be properly sanitizing rooms between guests, it doesn't hurt to double down and do a quick clean yourself, especially in high-touch areas like doorknobs, light switches, TV remotes, the bathroom, and any flat surfaces like tables and countertops. If you want to be as safe as possible, you can bring your own linens for an added layer of protection, says Dr. Nielsen, who also notes such an extreme measures is likely not necessary. So, yeah. If hotels and other accommodation facilities are transparent about their measures and are making an extra effort to keep everything clean, you should be okay.
Great.
Number 7, open your windows for ventilation. Interesting.
Did not think about this one.
If you're worried about the virus traveling through the AC system, don't be, at least for now, right now. We don't have any proof that that's the case, but our data is limited. So some people are afraid that that would be spreading through air, through AC.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Open the window if you like. If the windows can be opened. Not in every hotel the windows can be opened. So if you are just a traveler who are listening to this and is like, okay, this is the 10 steps that I won't die.
Have to do.
Then you will die in that point when you number 7. You cannot open the window. You're basically dead.
Yep. Sorry about that.
8, decline housekeeping services to reduce the number of people in your room. Covered.
That's a pretty good one.
9, order room service rather than dine out. That's good as well. Probably support your local hotels restaurant then in that case. 10, avoid share hotel facilities like gym and spa. So even though they are nice, even though they are still included in your rate, that doesn't mean that you have to use them. Obviously, if nobody's using them, everybody's avoiding them, you get a private gym, private spa. So that's pretty good as well.
And in the gym, people should now be sanitizing all the stuff you're using, but I don't trust everybody.
Yeah, I don't trust anybody does that either.
Yeah. Okay.
But
and
I
it's
guess
always like humid and
it is
stuff
humid.
in the gym, so it feels like then the virus is like waiting for you.
Yeah, actually, I did one workout with like gloves on, like these rubber
Whoa,
gloves
that's
on.
sweaty.
That was
Like
sweaty.
plastic gloves.
Yeah. That was, but they offered them, and I saw one guy do it, so I was like, hey, at least I'm not the only one. So, and I wanted to be nice, like, okay, he's doing with that. Maybe I'm putting gloves on and doing as well. It was interesting. But
Was it just when it took them off, it was just like dripping?
it was quite moist, let's say.
Ew.
No, well, you asked.
Yeah, true.
So, but yeah, that gym is the other idea. Some people are just like, gains is everything, and I'm going to do my workout whether or not I will get sick. So, I guess that's a sickness as well. We're not bodybuilding survivors. We are just your typical front desk agent who is not that ripped.
Yep. But talking about the cleaning, there's a company called Bob W.
Bob W. What about good old Bob?
Bob is, according to their site, now available in Tallinn and rolling out to every suite in all locations in June. All locations. Okay. Anyway, this is like I think it's more like apartments than hotels.
All right.
But these guys had a great list of what they are doing to have your ridiculously clean suite. And they had a list here.
Ridiculously clean.
Yes. So
That's
they
a
have
funny way to say it.
They have this is highlights from our 63-step cleaning process.
I love it. I already love it.
Yeah. All cleaning staff wears PPE gear. So like these space suits, probably.
Yeah.
Or some kind of protection.
Sure.
Then they have industrially cleaned linen and towels. Yeah. Disinfected, focusing on high touch point areas. Well, obviously. And then, listen to this one, guys. 34-step management inspection after every cleaning.
That's good.
34.
Dedication.
Indeed. And then they all also have this that the apartment door is sealed for your safety. So when you come, you can see that, okay, no one has been here after the cleaning.
I mean, I must say that this is just brilliant, because obviously when they have dropped down in occupancy, the management has more time. So why wouldn't you give that 34 points, which takes, I don't know, half an hour or something? So that's just very smart.
Yep. But I hope like the hotels who maybe right now have this checklist they are doing after the cleaning, that they are continuing, even though the situation right now might be calm in the city. You haven't had anyone having any type of symptoms during these days you have been open, so that you just continue, because you never know. And as most of the doctors and all the news are saying, that the second wave is probably gonna hit us sooner or later.
Second, third, fourth, who knows how many waves.
Exactly. So just continue. Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah. But about this company, they also have that they have touchless features like online check-in and check-out.
That's good.
And online payment. And then they have communication through chat. And then they have keyless 24/7 room entry. I think keyless might be that you have the key on your mobile.
Yeah, must be.
Yeah.
Must be some kind of solution for that.
Yeah, but this is like a place where you meet 0 people.
Yeah, that's good.
I think I would feel pretty secure there.
Yeah, you should feel secure. But also, basically, now we are covering a new topic, because if that's more of apartment rentals.
But hotels can take these tips.
They can take these tips for sure. But I'm just thinking, like, okay, this happens, this kind of lack of tourism, and the local staycations are not enough to cover the costs and keep the operation running and make profit. There must be hotels that are rarely 100% occupied.
Really? What?
rarely 100% occupied.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like, you know, if there is a hotel that is all the time, like, or very very well, every weekend fully occupied, then this, what I'm going to say next, is not necessary for those hotels. But those hotels who barely hit 100% occupancy rate, it might be a good idea to have some percentage of your availability to be bookable for longer term.
Yeah.
We meaning that people could move in. And this would, I'm not sure what should be the rate and what should be the occupancy of people staying longer term in order to keep the business running if this kind of situation happens. Obviously, for shorter stays, the rate per night or the profit per night is much better.
Yeah.
So when you look at the numbers and you look at the rooms, if you have 1,000 rooms and you're like, all right, if we just would put now 200 rooms to rent, we would make in a year this much less. But then I would think that a lot of hotels would be happy to have it right now.
Yeah.
That they would have some people inside.
But then you don't really have to use the room for like living or staying over the night. You can also use, I saw some hotel here in Helsinki just offered the hotel rooms to be, for example, your office, because people worked from home and the kids were also at home, so it was a struggle for a lot of people. So then you could go to the hotel and use the room as your office during these times. Then I saw some hotel just put that you can come and use the room for example, a podcast studio. That's why I remember this one. I was like, oh,
that
so
is
like
nice.
you can use your imagination. It doesn't always have to be like these
not
living.
necessarily for living, but anyways, I looked a little bit onto what is like living in a hotel and so on. Found from these stats I found from anyplace.com. I believe it was a blog article or so, but it was basically listing like hotel versus apartment rent. So it was a long article again, and I'm not gonna tell like what's pros and cons of living in a hotel or living in an apartment or whatever. But I believe there's a lot of people who need like a place to stay for just a few months, for example, and it's difficult to rent that if you rent from private.
It is.
Persons. But anyways, for example, these stats and numbers are from the website. I'm not sure if this is exactly true, and what is like, for example, when it says when it compares the rent price to a hotel room. Obviously, I'm not sure what is the average square meter size of this apartment, but it says that in San Francisco, where I know that, you know, and New York, for example, where the rent is very, very high, like amazingly high. But it said that in San Francisco, an average rent for an apartment, please, you can have your opinions that this is wrong, this is not my research, is
just to make sure,
$3,933 a month.
Ooh.
And if you would stay instead in an Hotel Admiral, you would pay $1,780 a month. So you would save quite much.
Yeah.
In Montreal, the average rent of apartment is $940 a month, and you could stay in Cure Hotel for $875 a month. So that would be cheaper as well. Not that big of a difference,
but a bit.
Yeah. And then New York, $3,519 per month average rent. Imagine paying that for rent. God damn.
No, thank you.
You could stay in Studios 99 Hotel for $1,767 in a month. So there are places, and there's definitely, this would be interesting that hotels would offer a nightly rate and monthly rate. So, or like, if not monthly rate, then like rate for 6 months, for example. Then it would be good for people in different needs to go through the options and decide whether or not they will, you know, they should take this, because there's stuff that, like insurance that you had to take for apartment. You have to figure out your internet provider,
and also like furniture.
furniture, yeah, if you are staying for a few months, you don't need to buy those. So
Yeah, no.
water and electricity that you had to figure out. So if the renting is more expensive, obviously in most of the cases you will get a lot more space to live. But then, hotel would be a good option if there is that kind of a hotel that offers. So so that's interesting, and that might be an upcoming trend. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Hotels might have to change a bit because of the situation.
Yeah. So and it doesn't need to be only for rich people.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm not sure if this, like, Floyd Mayweather lives in Ritz-Carlton in Los Angeles. I haven't checked that up, but I heard that for a couple of years ago that there's, like, in Ritz-Carlton, there's, like, part of it is a hotel, part of it is, like, millionaires' apartments or whatsoever. So it doesn't have to be like millionaires' option. It can be just typical people. I'm not saying that in San Francisco, if I would be living in a hotel for $1,780 a month, I'm not saying that would be my solution or any front desk.
And like, how about the hotels that were on the list? Are they like the cheapest hotels they could find?
I believe they are fairly cheap hotels. But anywho, they are hotels anyways.
Yeah, true.
So you get the lobby service probably.
Easy living.
Should be. Who knows? Jingle. Onks meillä mitään vielä?
Ei mulla oikein oo.
All right. We are running out of not time, but information stuff to speak. There are a couple of things. I actually did not take the source of this, so this might as well be worthless to you guys, but coronavirus has hit quite badly, obviously, to hospitality industry and hotel industry. And more specific, there has been 96% drop in occupancy per room available in Italy. 96% drop. 68% drop in China, 67% drop in UK, 80% drop in India, and 56% drop in US in occupancy per room available. So US has actually not done that bad when you look at this list.
I thought it would be worse in the US actually. Yeah.
But it's very obvious that there's a lot of open.
Jonas is coming with the facts.
Yeah, this time.
The tables have turned.
But I'm just saying, so also it might be good idea to try your local hotel and just ask, like, honestly, like, how much I have to pay to stay in your suite. So it's a nice, you can maybe try these things now that there's a space and you can kind of take a little advantage of the situation, because if I'm working in a hotel and we would have the suite available and someone would be not asking for a free upgrade, but asking like, how much should I pay? And I'm like, all right, well, I can give you a good rate. Nobody's gonna stay there anyways, and probably this might be a good chance for us to get a good review and try to get something good out of this, even though we are anyways not doing great.
Yeah, and I think if that person is probably a local or from the same country right now, it might be that instead of going abroad, they are once again coming to your hotel.
Yeah. One other thing is that if I would then have a hotel, I would have a nice room available, like no bookings whatsoever for a long time. Why wouldn't I reach out to social media influencers, local social media influencers who, by the way, cannot travel?
Yep.
And so I would be like, hey, what if you are just coming to stay with us for a week or so and just, create content for us, because it's quite difficult to get content when there's no user generated content right now. So I think
that would be great.
Influencers, there's so many different influencers, but especially travel influencers, they are probably lacking some content themselves, so that might be a win-win situation.
Yeah, I have actually thought about staycation.
You have thought about staycation?
It would be pretty nice. And people say that even though you are in like your home city, it feels like you're like abroad or something.
Okay.
So I think it would be a nice experience.
Probably.
And supporting the local.
Yeah.
Our lovely almost colleagues.
Then things can go wrong as well. I have a little very unusual fact, I guess. I read this online from CNN's website.
Okay.
That in Australia, you have to be in mandatory 14 days quarantine when you come to Australia, and there's actually hotels that offer that. So there's like, I believe, government supported hotels that, okay, this person comes, and these masses are coming and they have to put somewhere, so they put people, force people going into a hotel for 14 days to stay there. And I'm not sure who's paying, but if government is backing
like,
this
what,
up,
for
probably
free?
if not for free, very cheap price.
Yeah. Oh.
But things can go bad because there was apparently there has to be guards in the hotel. So if someone is like, okay, I have to be there, I have to go there, I might as well not stay here. So I'll go out. So there's being guards to guard that, hey, the people will actually stay 14 days in locked doors. There was a case in Melbourne, I believe, that these guards, or maybe just a guard, but it was saying workers, had sex with these people in quarantine. And then these guards went out to enjoy their day and time, and then actually there was a high peak in corona cases. So
I actually read this one as well. Now when you're telling this.
So that corona has spread like that. So I don't know.
Fun.
14 days for someone very horny is a long day apparently. So who knows what happens? But then again, one guard said obviously that this happened. This was not me, but that he got 5-minute introduction to the work. So it was like training, 5-minute training. And hey, this is what you get, and then he had to start. So there's been a lack of.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is a naughty hotel.
Yeah, must be in our list. I didn't take the hotel's name because I don't want to.
Yeah, I think that's just pretty good.
Say anything bad. And if that wasn't exactly the case, then I just I blame the CNN source.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. All right. Was that enough?
Yeah.
Enough for someone, not enough for someone.
Yeah.
Probably this was a little, impulsive, let's say, that we decided to make this episode, even though it was kind of back of our heads for some long time, even as one topic on our season 2, which is coming when we don't know yet.
Sooner or later,
just a sneak peek, we will get some more microphones and have some guests, not only us, so it doesn't get
you don't have to look
boring.
at us.
So that will be something to wait for, hopefully. So don't stop supporting, all right?
That's true, and stay safe.
Bye now.
Bye.